Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of Peep the Sneak. This is going to be episode number 2. If you haven't watched the first one, we started a new little series that kind of showcases projects that don't get a full video, and we just kind of show them quick run through after they're done. So this particular truck is about to get picked up by the owner in about 45 minutes. So we just wanted to pull around the corner and kind of grab a little video real quick to showcase what Adam here has done. So for the second video, surprisingly, not really surprisingly, it's another GX, and not only is it another GX, it's another rear swing out bumper, this time done by Adam, which
yours truly.
You guys are very familiar with by now, I'm sure. So this is kind of cool. It's just a matter of coincidence that both of the first two Peep the Sneak videos are GXs, and they're both rear bumper swing outs, but
yeah, it was just timing. They both happened to come in right after one another.
But the cool thing is that two very different owners with two very different purposes for the truck.
Styles.
Yeah, the one CJ built, the guy was he was into Overland, and he just kind of wanted something to protect it, but also just kind of have a clean, simple, functional bumper. And this guy, on the other hand,
he's more serious into wheeling.
Which
he made it clear to me. Yeah, he's a frequent Rubicon 4-dice wheeler, so he's not your typical Overland type guy. He's out there going over rocks, beating up every once in a while. Things happen, you know. But yeah, he wanted something super high clearance, tight to the body, because his plastic bumper skins got destroyed before he came in. They were all zip tied on and cracked, whatever. So he wanted some tubes up close to the body and some plates to hide the damage behind it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, he did get some damage before having the bumper built, which, I mean, could have been prevented, but hey, better later than never.
Yeah.
And, you know, it kind of adds some character to it still. You know, it lets people know that, hey, this thing is not just all...
Yeah, it's not for show.
It's not for show.
It's being used.
It's a functional car, and I'm sure, hey, the way these things go, they escalate. So this is probably still, you know, early on, and as he progresses and the wheels get bigger and the body gets chopped away a little bit more and more.
Yeah, it's a constant evolution type thing.
So, but okay, run us through here. So we know it's different in the fact that it's even more tube-based than CJ's, I would say. Maybe not more tube-based, but definitely different.
Yeah, definitely different, because most people, they keep their factory bumper skins, so you have to build the bumper around the natural shape of the body and the bumper and all that, but this one didn't have it. So I tried to bring it as close as I could to the body and shape it in a way that looks good and makes sense and keeps it out of the way of rocks while still protecting it if you do hit it.
Well, it's definitely a nice combination between you know, tubing and plating. And for those who've seen the bumpers that Adam has built for the Bronco, we know that he's really good with the plating. And yet again, you've proven yourself.
Thanks, man.
So tell us a little bit about this latch here. This is what caught my attention. This thing is really nice.
Yeah, I saw one similar to this into the shop, and I thought it looked really nice, and I wanted to try it out. This is from Brute Force. It's all billet aluminum, built super nice, super clean. It looks more of like a aftermarket luxury product instead of something you would find in a hardware store. And it is
like the lever. It's a full size lever. It opens very nicely.
Yeah.
And I see you have
super
this
quality.
Like Delrin type material stopping pad here.
Yeah, there's one on the back to keep it from slamming into it, and one on the bottom that keeps it supported.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the bottom one. All right.
Yeah, that way it kind of ramps up here when you go to shut it. And it's supported front and back and up and down.
Yes, yes. Okay, tell us about the main bumper here. So you did mention that he kind of said he's not going to be running the swing out all the time, and when the bumper is by itself, he wants it to look
like
nice,
it's not missing something or out of place.
Yeah, like it's still a complete unit.
He came in originally just for a bumper, and then he was tossing around the idea of having a swing out, and
then
it just kind of led into building one for him.
Right.
And he decided to go with it.
Right.
So yeah, as you can see, high clearance, close to the body, nice aesthetics and angles.
Yeah, it's definitely, I like how it's tucked up towards the corners.
Yeah.
It's got this really nice V form to it.
Again, back to the rock crawling thing, is you don't want obstructions and corners and low-hanging fruit off the truck. Right there, there's a nice departure angle. So that's why I try to bring it up at the corners. That way when you're dropping down off of a rock, it won't hit the bumper all the time, but if you do, it's gonna protect the truck.
Now, the bumper CJ built, that guy did not plan on removing that bumper.
Yeah,
so
that
it
was
was
a weld
welded
on.
on. That one's permanent.
Yeah.
This one is bolt on, you said?
Yeah, this one's fully removable. Bolts on in the back, on the sides, and up under the frame.
Okay. And you've got a nice little lockout pin, so if you open it,
yeah, that way it stays open.
It stays open. You're on a slant, an incline. It's not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
it's not gonna hit you in the back or swing all the way around, anything like that.
Yeah. Very cool.
And another neat little thing too, he wanted it removable. For whatever reason, people don't always like welding to the frame, but he was adamant about still being able to tow. So I cut a hole through his cross member and I welded this hitch receiver to the frame itself. This way, when you pull the bumper off, it slides around the hitch receiver. And that thing is still solid as can be.
Okay.
Even more than factory because it's no longer bolted on.
I see a couple little tabs here. I'm guessing that's for some accessory lights.
Yeah, I built that with some Baja S2 pods.
Okay.
Just in case in the future he wanted to get some lights, but didn't have them at the time.
Okay.
So I built it. They're ready to go whenever he wants to. He can slap them in.
Very cool. Yeah, I like this. I like the style. It's definitely unique. It's a little more aggressive, a little more angular, tucked up, more clearance, a little more off-road friendly.
Nice little flat surface he can sit on too. He was like, oh yeah, can I put my beer here? And you got some cup holders. Neato.
No, you're messing. These are actually...
Yeah, he said that.
Wow, okay.
He's like, so you think I can set my beer here? Yeah, sure, why not? Do whatever you want, man, when you're wheeling, you know?
I mean, what was the challenging part about it? Anything?
Originally, it was me trying to figure out how to shape this, because usually you have to build it around the bumper skin.
Right.
This is the first time somebody's wanted to delete the bumper skin.
Completely.
So I had to get creative and figure out how to make it look cool.
Yeah.
Because I had no shape to build off of.
Well, I mean, you figured it out.
Yeah.
And you got it there.
So I was like, hey, why don't I bend a tube here? I'm gonna put a miter in there to kick it out around the flare.
You know, right when you were putting this together and you set the main hoop and I seen it going down, like, I'm like, man, where's this going?
Yeah.
I was like, where is this going?
You gotta trust the process sometimes, man.
But
when it all comes together
of the other tubes, and now that it's all together, it actually looks really good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's all about departure angle, man.
Yeah. And as a whole, when you step back and kind of look at the truck as a whole, it's nice. It fits well. It flows well, and the black semi-gloss powder coat definitely sets it off.
Yeah. Another thing he was big in was pieces of it hanging off and not being out in the open. So he wanted the swing out. The only way to do it is to put a big pivot here, and he didn't really like the way it was hanging out. So I put a little gusset on the bottom of this. This is from 4x Innovations, their swing out kit. So it's a big C-channel piece there.
Yeah.
You just weld to the side.
Yeah, that way it's not gonna like get caught on it.
Now you got a nice,
it up,
smooth edge.
It'll slide off if it does get caught on that. That's cool. Yeah,
and it also stiffens the whole bracket as well too.
That's a very nice little touch. And I like how these tubes come together here. That looks really good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Those junctions are my favorite.
That's nice.
Fun to weld, look cool.
Okay, Adam. Well, thank you for the little quick rundown.
Another day, another bumper. Oh yeah, we didn't even acknowledge that at all.
The what?
This box. So he told me to make this for 2 jerry cans, but he also wanted to get a cooler. So he was like, you know what, just take 2 jerry cans, make a mount for that, and I'll find a cooler that fits in there.
Yeah.
So now he's got a nice sturdy mount here.
This is becoming a thing. GX swing out bumpers with cooler mounts.
Yeah, it's pretty common now.
2 for 2. You won't stand on it though.
Say I won't. Strongest jerry can mount out there.
Big boot goofing.
Yeah. Ooh, let me clean that off. Still brand new, man.
So this is what the door open, what it looks like. And you did a nice job filling these in and got the little contour here with
Yeah,
the
look
kink.
at that, man. Follows down another plane, curled.
I see is that the trailer connector right there?
Yeah.
Did you have to relocate that?
Those come bolted on the bottom of this cross member, but obviously you don't want that there.
Hanging down there, right.
So I took it and welded it to the back.
And that's cool. There's a big enough gap to be able, you can, whether you reach around from the bottom or through here to plug it in. Nice. So this 3-stage curvature, how did you come up with this shape? Because I see you followed the bumper, or rather the swing out with the bumper. I didn't notice that until just now.
Yeah, these are parallel with each other.
So that's pretty cool. Like with the tire, it's kind of hard to see. This kind of hides it all, but these 2 bars, bam, they kink right there, and again, boom, kink right there.
Yeah, all aesthetic things I like to do. If the bumper's bent, might as well make the swing out bent so it matches it. Say if you're looking at it from the side, they look like they're meant to be like that instead of just a straight tube or bar or whatever. Another thing I like to do is when I make the swing out, I put a big hoop in it. That way when you're looking from the back, it kind of matches the shape of the wheel. Looks like it's supposed to be there, you know?
Yeah, it's like a little rear stinger.
Yeah, a little piece of my own taste.
Nice. And you did a great job tucking it all up too. It's tucked pretty nice.
Yep.
Minimal amount of...
Keep it as close as possible, man.
Yeah. Keep the weight as close to tucked into the center as possible. The more overhang, the more technically...
Yeah, more leverage you have, more
yeah.
of a chance it's going to get hit. It's got a pretty good departure angle now. It's going to be hard to hit that tire. But a lot of things to take into account when building these.
Well, any last things you'd like to point out? I'm sure you're probably forgetting a thing or two, but...
I remember we talked about those things, but now that we're here, I forgot. So what were they, Arthur? Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
I wanted to point something out. Hey, you see that extra support leg down there towards the front of it? Right here?
Yeah.
So another bolt-on attachment point.
Okay.
It has a strange shape on it, but to remove it, it has to slide backwards.
I see.
That way it clears the body mount and everything.
All right, Adam, thank you for showing us and giving us a little rundown.
You're welcome, man. Hope you guys like it.
Great job. I like it. It looks good. I'm sure the owner will like it. He's seen it already, right? He stopped by, I believe.
Yeah.
So
he hasn't seen it powder coated and fully assembled like this.
It looks a lot better now that it's I mean, it looked great raw metal, but
yeah, it looks like when you'd buy in a store.
The black on black definitely looks nice.
Murdered out.
I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, pretty soon it might end up looking like his sliders too, all scraped and gouged. Now you get to see while it's still pretty.
Hey, well, he's putting them to work, that's for sure. Okay, guys, if you like what Adam built, give him a thumbs up, drop a comment, maybe give him some advice if he needs to learn.
Call now and get yours today at Stellarbuilt 18888 STLLBLT.
Learn how to spell LLL.
Yeah.
Call now.
On a serious note, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like. Yeah, let us know what you guys think about it. Maybe compare the two. I'll drop a link to the first Peep the Sneak for those who haven't seen it, and I actually linked the Bronco bumpers in there too, so they can kind of compare all the different bumpers and see what's up. So, see you guys. Till the next one.
Later. Peep the Sneak number 2. Give me that bumper, boys. I want that swing out, that low pro, that slick. Delete it.
Let's go back.
Burn it, yeah. We have to go back before we get fired.